Hello, Magic English 8 here. I hope you're doing great and watching my video clips, you're improving your English skill among other skills. Today I am with you with another topic of the Blue Interchange. And just a little enlarging it, yes. Today we will cover Unit 3 of Interchange Blue. And the title is Making Changes. So previously I have put the other two units 1 and 2 on my YouTube. In case you haven't watched them, please watch them because some of the information today links upon the previous ones. Main areas today I cover for you is describing positive and negative features, making comparisons, a very useful grammar, talking about lifestyle changes, and expressing wishes. And the grammar focus points here, 2 points. Evaluations and comparisons with adjectives, evaluations and comparisons with nouns. And that is again very, very important. Okay, so this is our book, Interchange 5th edition, the blue color, and unit 3, which falls on page 22. So the cover of this unit tells you that the unit is talking about houses and apartments. Okay, a little enlarging it, yes. Exercise 1 and word power. The book asks you to mark these adjectives as positive and negative, but before that I want to make sure if you can pronounce these words correctly or you need some help there. So my recommendation now, pause the video, pronounce them before I leave my pronunciation. That way you can make sure if you got any problem with the pronunciation of the words or not. Okay, so my pronunciation: bright, comfortable, convenient, cramped, dangerous, dark, dingy, expensive, huge, inconvenient, modern, noisy, private, quiet, run down, safe, small, and spacious. As you saw, some of these words are not difficult. For example, bright, dark, expensive, huge, noisy. These are the simple words, but some of the words need more emphasis. For example, comfortable, regarding the pronunciation I'm talking to you. Convenient, convenient. Dangerous, dangerous. Please pay attention to the correct pronunciation. Dingy, dingy. Inconvenient. Modern. Some students go with modern. Modern. Private, private. Run down, safe, small, and spacious. Space is the noun, spacious is the adjective, which means large and roomy. So how many of the words you pronounced correctly and how many of them you needed more practice with? Okay. Now, what is the meaning now that we are good with the pronunciation of these words? The meaning of bright is easy for you. What is the meaning of convenient? Convenient. Convenient means everything is accessible around you. And what does our Longman dictionary say? Pronunciation?
Convenient.
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 Convenient. Okay. Opposite, inconvenient. It says useful to you because it saves time, but this one is better for us. Close and easy to reach. Close and easy to reach, it means everything is around you. So mostly places downtown are more convenient because every supermarket or every bus stop and these things are around them. But if you're living in a house in the suburbs, chances are that you're far from these places. So convenient means accessible and everything close to you. Cramped, which means very small, dangerous, dark. Dingy, dingy. What does Longman say about it?
Dingy.
Dingy.
Dingy. So it means dark and dirty, in bad conditions. Dingy. A dingy room.
A dingy room.
And synonym for that could be dirty, filthy, muddy, dusty, and all of these things. Okay? Dingy. So means dirty, dark, and in bad conditions. Expensive, huge, inconvenient, opposite of convenient. Modern, noisy. Private. Private means just for you. It means it's not shared by others, or it means that you have your own calm and quiet to yourself. Yeah, this is the meaning of private. Longman Dictionary says private, not for public. It means just for you. It's not shared. Okay. Quiet, run down. What is the meaning of run down? Run down with stress on the second syllable. Down, I mean.
Run down.
Run down. So if a building is run down, it's in very bad conditions.
A run-down inner city area.
Run down inner city area. Or if it's talking about people, it means not healthy. It means tired. You look a bit
run down.
You look a bit run down. Okay. And if you want to have this word fixed in your mind, my suggestion, run down homes. See? Oh. That's not the image we are after. So run down. Safe, small, and spacious. Spacious, which means large and roomy. Right now that we have covered the pronunciation and the meaning of these words, it's not that difficult to talk about the positive and negative features. So the positive ones are bright, comfortable, convenient. Expensive is not positive, but if the house is expensive, it is an indicator that the location is good. Or huge, good. Modern, good. And private, quiet, I don't know. I don't think so. Safe, positive. And spacious, positive. Okay, so some of the meanings depend on your taste. And my recommendation, if there is any word which is new to you, please transfer that into your vocabulary notebook and review it over and over to make it your own. Part B. Tell your partner 2 positive and 2 negative features of your house or apartment. So your job here is to pause the video and make 2 sentences about the positive things of your living place and 2 negative ones. And I have prepared some samples here for you. So, positive feature. What does it say? The house is bright with large windows that allow natural light to flood. Flood as a verb. To flood every room. So what does flood mean as a verb? Let's look at long. Flood. Flood as a verb means to cover with water. Or I think for our meaning here, see, light. If light floods a place or floods into it, it makes it very light. Light
flooded into the kitchen.
Light flooded into the kitchen. So I am looking up the words for you here so that you know more or less how to work with Longman Dictionary or with any other dictionary, okay? I want you to feel comfortable using your dictionary. It was a beautiful word. Please transfer it into your vocabulary notebook. The negative feature of this place: unfortunately, the apartment is cramped, making it claustrophobic, and limiting movement. So there's not enough room for you to move in this small apartment. From the word cramped, from the word limited movement, you can kind of understand what claustrophobic means. But claustrophobia is the fear of small places, being in small place. So claustrophobic, okay? And most probably, if you Google it, maybe an elevator comes. See? You're afraid of being in a small place. Some people cannot be in an elevator alone because of claustrophobia. Anyway, the positive and the negative. Another set of positive and negative features. The modern design of the kitchen adds a stylish touch to the entire house. Adds a stylish touch to the entire house. Very beautiful. Adds a stylish touch to the entire, means gives this feeling, this sensation, okay? I want you to use these beautiful words and phrases. That's why I pause on them, and I want you to transfer them into your vocabulary notebook. The negative feature: the rundown condition of the bathroom needs immediate attention and renovation. So immediate attention, that was beautiful. Immediate attention. Another set of positive and negative. The spacious living room provides ample room for entertaining guests and hosting gatherings. So ample means very much. And a room here is not that room, one room, two rooms, three rooms, bedrooms, for example. A room here means space. It is non-count. If you look it up in your dictionary, you see room in a building, not that, meaning two, uncountable, space. So I hope there's going to be enough room in the fridge. Enough room.
I hope there's going to be enough room in the fridge.
Enough room. I bought lots of, for example, meat. I hope there is enough room in the fridge to put them in. Room. And the negative feature: the dark corners in the hallway make it difficult to navigate, to go through, navigate, especially at night. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay. So this was the story of word power with the adjectives we talked about and with the sentences we made here. Okay. Let's go to exercise 2, perspectives. How's your new apartment? So this exercise comes with audio. Let's listen to it. Yeah.
Unit 3. Making Changes. Page 16. Exercise 2. Perspectives. How's your new apartment? Part A. Listen to a family talk about their new apartment. Which opinions are about the building or the neighborhood? Which are about the apartment?
So, there is some opinions here. Some of them are about the apartment. Some of them are about neighborhood and the building the person is living in. Okay? So let's see.
I don't like living in an apartment. We don't have as much privacy as we had in our old place.
So it is about the apartment. And concentrating on the grammar of the sentence, you can understand it is as much privacy as. I will talk about it later in exercise 3, but right now just I want to activate your mind on that. Trigger your mind on that. as much privacy as. Okay, number 2.
I just can't sleep at night. The neighbors make too much noise. The building isn't as quiet as our old one.
So this one is not about the apartment, it's about the building. Totally. Saying I can't sleep at night, the neighbors make too much noise. Too much noise. Non-count noun, so much. Too much. Okay, and as, adjective as quiet as. Okay, number 3.
The new apartment is too dark and too hot. There aren't enough windows.
So it is about the apartment and 2 adjective. Too dark, too hot. It means very dark, that it's not useful anymore. Very hot, that you cannot live in it. Okay, there aren't enough windows. Enough and nouns. Enough and nouns. I will talk about these one by one in exercise 3. Right, number 4.
Our new apartment isn't big enough for our family. We don't have a big kitchen anymore, so cooking is difficult.
Okay, so our new apartment isn't big enough. And big enough, it means adjective, and after that, enough. I will talk about that. Don't have a big kitchen anymore, so cooking is difficult. Talking about the apartment itself. And number 5.
The location is just as convenient as the old one, but there aren't as many good restaurants around.
Okay, so the location is just as convenient as adjective as adjective as. Okay, and as many nouns as. Okay, very good. It's a very useful grammar. I will talk about that, but before heading for that part, here we have pair work. Look at the options again. Talk about similar problems you have. So your job now, pause the video and talk about the problems that you find in your apartment or in your building, or if you're living in a house. Talk about them, and now I will leave my own samples, okay? So the samples I have provided are here. Part B. The problems. My apartment is nice, but there is a big problem with the plumbing. Plumbing. Please don't say plumbing. Plumbing. B after m is not pronounced. B sound after m sound is not pronounced. Plumbing. Every time I take a shower, the water takes forever to go down the drain. It's quite annoying. It's quite annoying. Very beautiful. So there's a problem with plumbing. And take a shower, collocation, take a shower, and the water takes forever. Very beautiful. Takes forever to go down the drain. Let's take a look at Google image and see what a drain means in the shower. So I say shower drain. So that's the shower drain. So the water takes forever to go down the water drain or shower drain. Yeah, okay. Number 2, I like my neighbors, but sometimes they play loud music late at night, and it makes it hard for me to sleep. I've tried talking to them about it, but it hasn't really improved. So problem with noisy neighbors. It is not uncommon to have a noisy neighbor around, unfortunately. Number 3, problem with the elevator. I enjoy living here, but the elevator in my building is constantly breaking down. Constantly breaking down. So breakdown for an electric device means it's not working anymore. And also for your car, you can say, my car broke down on Highway 1, so I had to call, for example, the auto man to come and fix it or something like that. Break down. It's frustrating, especially when I have groceries or heavy bags to carry up several flights, stories or floors upstairs. Several flight upstairs. This is one flight upstairs. This is another flight upstairs. This is another flight. So each of them is called one flight upstairs. It was beautiful. A word technical for those in civil engineering and things. Okay, so that's how you develop your English knowledge in every area. Our talk is about houses and apartments. I provide you some sentences. Your job, please read them, several times read them, record your voice, listen to your voice for the sake of pronunciation, and little by little you see, oh, this is becoming your language. Thank you very much. Anything else left here or not? No. Grammar focus, exercise 3. Evaluations and comparisons with adjectives, with noun. So this grammar part might somehow seem a bit difficult, but I can simplify it for you. How? Come with me. Evaluations and comparisons. Firstly, I tell you that you evaluate just one thing, but you compare two things together or more than two things. So evaluation is for the sake of one item. Comparison is more than one. Have it in your mind? Now come. Evaluations could be with enough, with adjective, and enough with nouns. How? Adjectives precede enough, means come before enough. So we say adjective enough. How? They're not rich enough. They're not rich enough to afford this house. Or the same with noun. They don't have enough money. So rich enough, adjective enough, enough money, which is enough noun, to afford this house. You got it? So this is evaluation with adjectives, with nouns, using the word enough. I will provide loads of examples for you to fully understand it, but here just I am touching upon this concept. Evaluations 2 plus adjective. 2 means very much that it's not useful anymore. This city is too hot in the summer. So what does that mean? It means morning to evening you gotta stay indoors under AC because the city is too hot. Too hot means you cannot leave home. You cannot be outdoors. The city is too hot in the summer. Like for example, countries near equator in the summer, yeah? Too much in the noun. There is too much noise here at rush hour. Too much and noun, too in adjective. Okay, so here there is too much noise. And here, too hot. This was evaluations. Now, comparisons. Comparisons, we got comparison with adjectives, with nouns. As adjective as, which is not very difficult for most learners, we say the city is as expensive as that one. This one, as expensive as tall as short as cheap as fast as any adjective as. If it is a noun, we cannot say, for example, as book as girl as. It needs a many if it is a count noun. It needs a much if it is a non-count. So as many nouns as. She doesn't have as many friends as she used to. She doesn't have as many friends as she used to, yeah? So it means that in the past she had more friends. As many nouns as. As much noun as, non-count noun. So it is, there isn't as much pollution as we thought. Pollution, none count, friends count. As much pollution as many friends as, and here as adjective as expensive as. Okay, so far you more or less know a little about this grammar. I have more examples for you here. Just let's go back, take a look at this. It says evaluations with adjectives. I talked about it. We say adjective enough. The apartment isn't big enough. Big enough. So it means if you want to reconstruct it with noun, for big, maybe for the apartment, you need to talk about bedrooms. For example, say the apartment doesn't have enough bedrooms for us. Yeah, and you know that here, because it is an adjective, we say isn't big enough. But for the noun, we say doesn't have as many bedrooms. Okay, or the apartment is too hot, too plus adjective. And here, there aren't enough windows. So if there aren't enough windows, enough noun, it means that the house is not bright enough, adjective enough. Or the neighbors make too much noise, non-count noun. Or here, for example, say they are too noisy. This is the story of evaluations with adjectives and with nouns. Now, comparisons. Comparisons with adjectives, comparisons with nouns. Here we need to talk a little more. You first need to recognize if the word you're trying to use is an adjective or if it is a noun. So if it is an adjective as, the building isn't as quiet as or is as quiet as, and there's a just here for the sake of emphasis. This is not that important. The location is as convenient as or is just as convenient as. Easy. Comparison with nouns. If your noun is count, as many noun as. If it is non-count, as much noun as. We don't have as many bedrooms as we used to, or we don't have as much privacy as we had. So it is comparing past and present. I hope you got it, but still, no panic. We got loads of other examples for you. Here, before we move, I provided these examples. Extra examples with as, adjective as. What does it say? My new laptop is as fast as my old one. As fast as. But it's much lighter, making it easier to carry around. Okay. The weather today is as hot as it was yesterday. But there's a cool breeze, which means light wind, that makes it more comfortable. Learning a new language can be as challenging as difficult as. It is rewarding. It is satisfactory. The key is to practice regularly and stay motivated. So, practice regularly, my friends. Watch a video several times. Repeat several times. Read your vocabulary notebook as many times as you can. As many times as. So this grammar came. Extra examples with as many nouns as. I have as many friends as you, but I wish I could meet as many new people as possible in this city. Okay? As many count nouns as. She has as many books as her sister, and they both enjoy reading as many genres as they can find. As many genres as, count noun. I don't have as many hobbies as my friend does, but I try to explore as many new activities as I can to find what I really enjoy. Okay, these were 6 examples with as many, count noun. Yeah. As much, noun as. I like to cook, but I don't have as much time as I would like to try new recipes and experiment with different ingredients. Okay, so theme vocabulary for cooking is recipe, is ingredient. As much time as, non-count. Number 2. She is a fast reader and can finish a book in a day. Good for her. But I don't have as much patience as she does to sit and read for long hours. Okay, as much patience as. I enjoy playing sports, but I don't have as much energy as I used to when I was younger. So I prefer activities that are a bit less demanding, less difficult. Demanding means difficult, okay? So these were all the examples that I had already prepared for evaluation and comparisons with adjectives and with nouns. I hope you got it, but in case you still need more practice, please find some other examples, and if you think I can help you in any way, please leave a comment below the video. So part A. Imagine you're looking for a house or an apartment to rent. Read the two ads, then rewrite opinions about. Okay, so there's a house here and an apartment here. It says 3 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, 1 quiet suburb, in quiet suburb, 20 miles from downtown, so a bit far. 2-car garage, so 2 cars can go into the garage, making it a 2-car garage. Hyphenated adjectives. 1,500 per month. Okay, not bad. Comfortable apartment, 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, downtown, near subway, 1 parking space, built in 1920. 1920, just 2 years after the termination of World War I. $900 a month. Okay. Now rewrite these sentences with the words in the parentheses. So my suggestion, pause the video. First, you do this part on your own to have your own practice, and after that, listen to my sentences. Okay? Number 1, the house is 20 miles from downtown, so it is too far from downtown. 2 adjective. It's not convenient enough. Adjective enough. It's too, opposite of convenient, inconvenient. It is too inconvenient. It has only 1 bathroom. So, not enough bathrooms. What do you say? It does not have enough bathrooms. Very good. And because bathroom is a countdown, we go plural. It does not have enough bathrooms. The rent is very high, so it is too expensive. Or the rent is too expensive. The apartment is too old, not enough. So opposite of an old, modern. The apartment is not modern enough, new enough. There are only 2 bedrooms, so not enough bedrooms. What do you say? It doesn't have enough bedrooms. It's not spacious enough, adjective enough. So opposite of in spacious, small. It is too small. It is too small. And there's only 1 parking space. Not enough. So not enough parking spaces. It does not have enough parking spaces. Okay, so that's how you construct sentences. I hope you're enjoying the clip so far. In case you're tired, you can pause and get up and relax, come back again. Part B. Write comparisons for the house and apartment using these words. Okay, so making comparisons with these words. Big, bedroom. Some of them are adjectives, some of them are nouns. You need to exercise care here. So what does my part say here? My part says nothing. Okay, so the apartment isn't as big as the house. The apartment does not have as many bedrooms as the house. Or bathrooms. For example, in a house you can find 2 bathrooms, but in the apartment usually 1. So the apartment does not have as many bathrooms as the house. Spacious, adjective. The apartment isn't as spacious as, means it's not as big as. Private, because in the apartment building people come and go, so it's not 100% yours. There's a lot of shared area. So you say, and private is an adjective. The apartment isn't as private as the house. Noisy? I guess the house isn't as noisy as the apartment because the house is quieter, yeah, usually. Expensive? Surely the house is more expensive, generally in every city. So the apartment isn't as expensive as the house. Isn't as expensive as the house. Modern? For example, the house isn't as modern as the apartment. Convenient? Usually apartments are more convenient. So we say the house isn't as convenient as the apartment, or the house is not convenient enough. And parking space? Usually houses come with more parking spaces. So the apartment doesn't have as many parking spaces as the house. As many parking spaces as the house. You got it? Okay, I guess you feel confident using this grammar. And now part C, as the final part working on this grammar. Which would you prefer to rent, the house or the apartment? Why? Let's see, I have provided anything here. Yes, okay. So this is my sample, but before looking at the sample, I suggest you make your own sample response for the sake of your practice. Says, I would like to rent an apartment. Apartments are usually smaller and easier to take care of than houses. I guess this is what a girl says. Boys are usually looking for houses bigger, but taking care and cleaning is usually women's job in most countries. So also they often come with facilities like, it's talking about apartments. They often come with facilities like a gym or a swimming pool. Apartments are usually in the city, so it's convenient for working, shopping. I think it's more practical for me right now. So as the person grows, maybe their idea changes. But right now at this level, because he has to go to work and things, it's more practical for him. Okay, this was the grammar of the unit. Let's go forward and what an exercise. What an exercise. Pronunciation. Unpronounced vowels. So, my friends, basically you should first read to see if there is any slight variation in your pronunciation with what the dictionary pronounces. Okay, so please pause the video and pronounce first. Okay? Chances are that you have pronounced something like this: average, different, separate. This one is easy. Comfortable, interesting, vegetable. What kind of pronunciation is that, my friend? What kind of pronunciation is that? Let's see what the book says. You know why? Because mostly the time that we learned English, that was the time that these books with CDs and things were not available. So the teacher mostly trusted his own or her own pronunciation without having access to these talking dictionaries. Anyway, track 21.
Page Unit 5. Hit the road. Page 30.
Why?
Page 18. Exercise 4. Pronunciation. Unpronounced vowels. Part A. Listen and practice. The vowel immediately after a stressed syllable is sometimes not pronounced.
Average.
Average. Average. Yeah?
Different.
Different.
Separate.
Separate. After P, you don't have any vowel sound. Separate.
Comfortable.
Comfortable. Comfortable. Comfortable. Comfortable.
Interesting.
Interesting. Interesting. Put the stress on the first syllable, making it interesting.
Vegetable.
Vegetable. Vegetable. Okay? So you got the some words seem to be so everyday that you don't need to look them up. But my recommendation, make it a habit for yourself to look up every word in your dictionary and listen to the pronunciation and stress pattern of that. A list of some easy words for you to pronounce. Let's see how you go about it. Please pronounce these words. Easy words, right? Let's see how many of them you pronounce correctly. Print. Print. Some students make it print. Print. So they're adding one syllable to the word. That's wrong. Print. Favorite. 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 This one. Business. It's not business. It's not business. 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 Camera. Camera. Chocolate. Chocolate. The good word. Dangerous. Dangerous. What about this one? Memory. Memory. Who said memory? Memory. What about a word as simple as this one? Family. Family. So it's not family. Family. My lovely word. You pronounce. Who said probably? Probably. Probably. Okay? You got the pronunciation? So the easiest words could be mispronounced. My recommendation? Look up every word in your dictionary. A good exercise came up. Listening. A home away from home. A home away from home. Okay, so the guy seems to be in an oven, a giant oven, but this is a capsule hotel. A capsule hotel, very small hotels for people to stay and rest temporarily. Now, listen to the part, these words, these sentences, which one is true, which one is false. We are going to listen to this part 2 times. For the first time, I go non-stop. So you just listen, check true or false. After that, we go sentence by sentence.
Page 18, Exercise 5. Listening. A home away from home. Part A. Listen to Josh describe a capsule hotel. Check true or false for each statement.
Welcome to the program, A Home Away from Home. Our guest tonight is Josh Phillips from Tennessee. Josh, tell us a little bit about yourself. What do you do?
Well, at the moment, I'm working as an English teacher in Tokyo, Japan. Tokyo is an exciting city, but sometimes it feels too big. It can take about an hour to go from one part of the city to another. When I don't feel like going all the way home, I sometimes stay in a capsule hotel.
A capsule hotel? Can you explain what that is?
Yeah, it's a hotel with lots of small rooms. Actually, they're not really rooms. They're spaces that are 2 meters by 1 meter and only 1 meter high, so they're very cramped. But the hotel is just as convenient as a regular hotel and not as expensive.
And what's inside each little room, or should I say each space?
Well, inside every capsule there's a mattress, a TV.
A TV? Really?
Yeah, and a reading light, a radio, and an alarm clock. The hotel also has lockers for your personal belongings.
Interesting. So what kind of people stay in a capsule hotel?
Well, probably people like me. People who miss the last train home or don't want to go all the way home. Sometimes you're just too busy and tired, especially if you have to work early the next morning.
Interesting. So, would you recommend a capsule hotel to other people?
Sure, the rooms are small, but you get used to it. But I wouldn't recommend a capsule hotel to people who can't relax in small, cramped spaces. There just isn't enough space.
Okay, you got it? We went non-stop on this listening, and I hope that you got the true false for this part. Did you? So, number 1, Tokyo feels too noisy. False. Number 2, a capsule hotel is not as convenient as a regular one, which was false. It was convenient. Inside every capsule, there is a TV, a radio. Yes, this was true. A capsule is a good option for your busy, if you're busy and tired, true. And would recommend a capsule hotel to anyone, not to anyone, people who are afraid of being in small places, like those claustrophobic people. That's false. So 1, 2, and 5 are false. 3 and 4, true. Let's listen one more time to the part and talk about the beautiful words and phrases of it.
Capsule hotel.
Welcome to the program, A Home Away from Home. Our guest tonight is Josh Phillips from Tennessee. Josh, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Tell us a little bit about yourself. Tell us a little bit about yourself. About yourself. So about yourself. Please pronounce this way as you are listening to the part. Pause and pronounce like what they say. Tell us a little about yourself.
What do you do?
Well, at the moment, I'm working as an English teacher in Tokyo, Japan. Tokyo is an exciting city.
Tokyo is an exciting city.
But sometimes it feels too big.
It feels too big. So it was not too noisy, too big.
It can take about an hour to go from one part of the city to another.
So it can take an hour. So we say it takes an hour to go from here to. It can take an hour to go from A to B. So it can take an hour to go from this to that. Yeah. Okay. Take.
When I don't feel like going all the way home.
When I don't feel like. I don't feel like. Verb ing. I write going, so you have something here, but you just know that it is just feel like and verb, any verb ing. I don't feel like going home. I'm not in the mood for that.
I sometimes stay in a capsule hotel.
A capsule hotel?
Look at the sentence that comes. Very beautiful.
Can you explain what that is?
That was the grammar of Unit 2 of this book. Can you explain what that is? Can you explain what that is? It is a question, but it is an indirect question. And you know, we talked about it previously. Can you explain what that is? Please don't say, can you explain what is that? Can you explain what that is? Sometimes it's hard to make a wrong sentence.
Yeah, it's a hotel with lots of small rooms. Actually, they're not really rooms.
Look at the pronunciation of actually. Actually.
There's spaces that are 2 meters by 1 meter. And
they are spaces that are 2 meters by 1 meter. 2 by 1. So it says there are spaces that are 2 by 1. So 2 by 1 and only a meter high. So for example, you can personalize this. You say, for example, our dinner table is roughly 2 by 1. Or you say our carpet, which is a durable, a good one, a strong one, it is a 3 by 4. So our carpet is a 3 by 4. Our carpet is a 2 by 3, whatever you have. Yeah. So a 2 by 1 This is pronounced by.
Only a meter high, so they're very cramped. But the hotel is just as convenient as a regular hotel.
As convenient as.
And not as expensive.
Not as expensive.
And what's inside each little room? Or should I say each space?
Well, inside every capsule there's a mattress,
a mattress,
TV.
A TV? Really?
Yeah, and a reading light, a radio, and an alarm clock.
An alarm clock. An alarm clock.
The hotel also has lockers for your personal belongings.
For your personal belongings. More personal belongings. For your personal belongings means your personal property, things that you have. For example, you put your ring, your jewelry, or your watch, or whatever, money.
Interesting. So what kind of people stay in a capsule hotel?
Well, probably people like me. People who miss the last train home or...
People... One more time, please listen.
Well, probably people like me. People who miss the last train home or...
People who miss the last train home. People who miss the last train home. Last train going for home. So, miss means not reach.
Don't want to go all the way home. Sometimes you're just too busy and tired.
Sometimes you're too busy. 2 plus adjective. Very busy that you cannot go home.
Especially if you have to work early the next morning.
Look at the beautiful pronunciation of specially. It is not especially. Specially.
Interesting. So, would you recommend a capsule hotel to other people?
Sure. The rooms are small, but you get used to it.
The rooms are small, but you get used to it. Get used to something means to develop a habit of using that thing or being with that thing. So it means it becomes a habit for you. Get used to. If you want to make a sentence with that, for example, you say, first when I immigrated to that new country, things were really difficult for me, but little by little, I got used to it. It is in the past. If you want to make the sentence in the future, you say, next month, I'm going, for example, to Brazil. I know I don't have that language capability speaking there, but I will get used to it. Get used to in the future. Okay?
But I wouldn't recommend a capsule hotel to people who can't relax in small, cramped spaces.
Small, cramped spaces. If this applies to you, you pause the video and say, for example, I cannot relax in small, cramped spaces. This way you are personalizing all these sentences.
There just isn't enough space.
Okay. There isn't enough space means there is not enough room. So that was the story of the capsule hotel that we talked about. Now, if you were in a class, I would ask you, for example, can you stay for some hours in a capsule hotel? How do you feel about it or something? And then here now you can pause the video and give your answer. For example, yes, I can sleep in a capsule hotel because I am usually okay with sleeping every place, even if it's new for me. Or you say, no, that's not me. I'm not the person sleeping in a very small cramped space because it feels somehow claustrophobic. You see? Please use the words that you learn. Use them, make them yours. Part C says, where else do you think a capsule hotel would be popular? I changed the question into why a capsule hotel would be popular. So, please pause the video and give your answer why a capsule hotel could be popular. And then here I have my own sample response I can read. So, what is my answer to the part why a capsule hotel would be popular? the capsule hotel would be popular because of this color. A capsule hotel might be popular because it offers, very beautiful verb, affordable accommodation in compact spaces, making it suitable for budget travelers. Budget travelers. The efficient design provides a unique and cozy experience. I will talk about these words. Attracting those who value practicality and cost effectiveness in their stay. Okay, so this was a sample response why a capsule hotel could be popular. It says it is popular because it offers affordable accommodation. Beautiful. Offer means have. In compact spaces, making it suitable for budget travelers. Again, this one is beautiful. This one is beautiful. Let's make all of them bold. The efficient design provides a unique and cozy experience. A cozy experience, a lovely experience. Transfer these into your vocabulary notebook, attracting those who value practicality and cost effectiveness in their stay. So this was my sample response for the part. I hope you have enjoyed it. Exercise 6 in writing my new home. My new home, and it says, imagine you've moved to this, write an email. Okay, so you are writing an email to your friend describing the new home that you got. Okay, and because it is your friend, you can start with hi or hey. So informal friends, like the friendly ones, are not that much bound by the rules of grammar and writing and even punctuation. Let's take a look at this sample I have provided. An email to a friend. The subject is new apartment versus old one. Just before we read it, I want you to take a close look at it. Just a little. I shrink the size just for you to have all of this in one glance. Now, this is one email or one letter, whatever it is. I want you to know who the writer of this email is. Of course, the one whose name is at the bottom. In this case, Nushin is the one who has written this email. To whom? To the guy at the top, Vahid. So here says, this was important for you to realize that this one is the recipient or the one who receives the letter, and this one is the writer. Now I go back to our original size. The subject was this one. Hi Vahid, hope you're well. See, it's not that grammatical, but it's a friendly email, exactly acceptable. Just moved to a new place. The old home was cozy, but this one's bigger. The kitchen is modern, and I have more storage. However, I miss my old neighbors. Here is quieter. The new spot is closer, don't say closer, closer, it's an adjective. Closer to work, but the neighborhood is different. I'm adjusting, I'm getting used to it. Though, but there's a cool park nearby. Excited for you to visit. Okay, I will talk about these words and things one more time. Take care, Nushin. Okay, so here says just moved in. So just moved, recently moved. Cozy, beautiful. The kitchen is modern, has more storage. Place to leave your things in. I miss my old neighbors. Beautiful. And the new spot. the new place, the new apartment, in order not to repeat the word. The new spot is closer. It's an adjective, I told you. I'm adjusting, I'm getting used to. A cool park nearby. Excited for you to visit. Okay, so this was a simple writing describing your new home when comparing it with the previous one. Okay, my suggestion, alongside viewing these video clips, please write down, and this way, little by little, you are investing in your writing as well. Okay, exercise 7, snapshot, make a wish. So collocation for that, make a wish. Make a wish. These are some common wishes that people usually have in their mind. Please take a look. Do volunteer work. Add more hours to the day. Enjoy life more. Start my own business. Have a healthier lifestyle. Go back to school. Improve my personality. Move to a new home. Make new friends. Spend more time with my family. Okay, so these are some common wishes people have in their lives. Now, if you, for example, want to talk about any of these things, my recommendation is again to pause the video and make sentences. For example, have a healthier lifestyle. This is my wish. I say, I wish I had a healthier lifestyle because these days I do not have enough time to care about my nutrition and my exercise program. I wish I could start an exercise program and maybe go on a diet. So this is a sample response about a healthier lifestyle. For example, this one, improve my personality. I wish I could improve my personality because I see this problem in me. It could be, I don't know, jealousy or whatever problem in your personality. So I wish I could improve my personality. I am a bit jealous about my friends who buy new things. I want to have them. I think this is not something that is suitable for my personality. I wish I could change it. And knowing about a weakness in your personality is the biggest step. After that, you can make the change. So any of these things, you can make these sentences for. I will teach you the grammar of wish in the following exercises, but here it says some wishes about our lives. Let's come down. What other things would you like to change about your life? So these are some wishes that I have put down here. I wish I had. When you see the verb after wish is in past tense, it means we are wishing for the present tense. I will tell you later. I wish I had more free time to spend with my family and friends. My work keeps me very busy. I wish I could speak English more fluently. So, watch the videos of Magic English 8. It would make communication easier when I meet new people. I wish I lived closer to my workplace. The long commute, this long way, takes up a lot of my day. Beautiful. Takes up a lot of my day means eats lots of my time every day. Okay, and the long commute means the distance between home and work. Beautiful sentence. And this one saying, I wish I had a healthier lifestyle, like the example I made. I want to exercise more and eat better to feel more energetic. Okay. I wish I had a better relationship with my neighbors. It would be nice to have friends nearby. Yeah, neighbors are really important. And the last one, I wish I could travel more, exploring different countries and experiencing new cultures is something I've always wanted to do. Okay, explore different countries. Beautiful. And experiencing different cultures or new cultures. These are the beautiful chunks that you can transfer into your vocabulary notebook. Okay, so are we done here? Kind of. We know about the grammar of wish. Kind of. Now, later, exercise 9, again, we talk about wish grammar, adding more sentences to it. Exercise 8, conversation. I wish I could. I wish I could. My friends, please don't look at this conversation here. Just look at the picture. Firstly, do you think these two are friends? How old are they? How do they feel? So please pause the video and make some sentences about these guys, where they are, how they feel, what you think they are talking about, things like that. So my sample, I can see two boys probably in their 20s. They seem to be happy, and surely they are friends because they are so comfortable looking at each other and they are so close to each other. They are leaning against a bridge fence and enjoying the weather. They're probably talking about something that they both enjoy. This is a short sample talking about this picture. Maybe my prediction is correct, maybe it is incorrect, but it's worth giving it a shot. I wish I could. Let's listen and see what the reality is. But still, I want you not to look at the book. Not to look at the book. And these sentences, are they true or false? I put them for you all on one page. So, please see. Are these sentences true or false?
Page 18, Exercise 5.
No.
Page 19, Exercise 8. Conversation. I wish I could. Part A. Listen and practice.
So, are you still living with your parents, Dylan?
Yeah.
One more time from the beginning. Please look at these sentences. Are they true or false?
So, are you still living with your parents, Dylan?
Yes, I am. But sometimes I wish I had my own apartment.
Why? Don't you like living at home?
It's okay, but my parents are always asking me to come home early. I wish they'd stop worrying about me.
Yeah, parents are like that.
Plus, they don't like my friends, and they won't stop criticizing them. I wish life weren't so difficult.
So, why don't you move out?
Hey, I wish I could, but where else can I get free room and board?
Okay, you got it? So these sentences, which ones are true? Dylan hates, didn't say hate. He says it's okay, so this one is false. And parents are always asking him to be home early, true. Thinks life is yeah, this one is true. And going to move out, no, false. Okay, so 1 and 4 false, 2 and 3 correct. So this time, now you may open your beautiful books. And let's listen again.
I wish I could. Part A. Listen and practice.
So, are you still living with your parents, Dylan?
So we see that he's still living because this is important in future sentences which are about wish.
Yes, I am. But sometimes I wish I had my own apartment.
I wish I had my own apartment, and that means he doesn't have. I wish I had, I don't have. Okay? Wish about present.
Why? Don't you like living at home?
It's okay, but my parents are always asking me to come home early.
Parents are always asking me to come home early.
I wish they'd stop worrying about me.
I wish they'd stop. What is this contracted D here? Is it would or is it had? Based on this word after, which is simple, it is would. So they would stop. If it was a had, it would be PP, but here it is simple, so making it a would. I wish they'd stop worrying about me. Wish about future. I wish they would. They will not. The sentence in his mind is, they will not stop worrying about me. I wish they would. 1/10 back. I will talk to you about that later.
Yeah, parents are like that.
Plus, they don't like my friends.
Plus, a word instead of and.
And they won't stop criticizing them.
They won't stop criticizing them. So if you want to make a wish sentence for this one, they won't stop criticizing. I wish they would.
I wish life weren't so difficult.
I wish life weren't so difficult, which means life is difficult.
So why don't you move out?
Hey, I wish I could.
Why don't you move out? I wish I could. It means I cannot move.
But where else can I get free room and board?
Where else can I get free room and board? So you want your parents just for the free room and board? What does room and board mean? Room and board. It's an expression meaning free accommodation and free food. So room and board means accommodation and food. As long as you're living with your parents, food is always ready on the table and you can stay in your bedroom probably without paying anything. That's free room and board. Okay, so you kind of understood that this grammar is about wish sentences. Okay, and we talked about, I think we are good here. So not a bad idea. We move to exercise 9, talking about wish. Very simple. I provided ample examples for you in the word file, but just to let you know something very simple. You want to make a wish about present, your verb goes 1/10 back. You want to wish about future, again, will 1/10 back, would. Okay, so that is the story of wishes. Yeah. Now this one says, I live with my parents. I wish I didn't live with my parents, or I wish I had my own place. I can move. I wish I could. 1/10 back. Life is. I wish it were easier. Life is difficult. I wish it weren't so difficult. Just in the case of wish sentences, instead of was, please use were. Of course, was is also correct and acceptable, but grammar says no. But people are using that, and even the new grammar is accepting it. So, life is difficult. I wish it were easier. I wish it weren't so difficult. And my parents won't, will not. I wish they would. 1/10 back. Okay, you got it? If I want to share this part with you guys, yay. It says, wish for present time. I don't have a car. I wish I had a car. I wish I had a car. They live in a very small apartment. They wish they lived in a larger place. So you're wishing for present, 1/10 back. Wish with can. We cannot get rid of them. I wish we could. I wish we could get rid of them. They can see our bedroom at night and don't feel good. I wish they couldn't. I wish they couldn't, because their place overlooks ours. Wish with to be. This car is so expensive. I wish it were not as expensive. I wish it were not this expensive. I wish it were cheaper. So one with not and one the positive. She is not with, she's not with us. She's not with us tonight. We wish she were with us. We wish she were with us. Okay? In future, immigration won't get easier in the following year. Everyone wishes it would. Everyone wishes it would get easier in the following year. And winter will make life hard for them this year. They wish it wouldn't. They wish winter wouldn't make life hard for... These short sentences following are more professional, more sophisticated grammar. Yeah? Anything else I got? Part B? Yes. So what does it say? So let's read part A and after that go to part B. Enlarging it for you guys. Yes. These sentences are about Dylan. Make wish sentences for them. My mother doesn't like my girlfriend. I wish she liked my girlfriend. Past. My girlfriend is too short. She wishes she were taller. My classes are really boring. Or I wish they were interesting. Or I wish they were not this boring. I'm not on vacation right now. I wish I were. I wish I were. My family can't afford a bigger house. I wish they could. The neighbors won't stop making noise. I wish they would. I wish they would. Harry doesn't like this job, his job. I wish he did, or he wishes he did. So I can wish for Harry. Harry can wish for himself. Harry doesn't like his job. I wish he did. I mean, I wish he liked his job. Okay? Did is a more professional response. And part B, think of 5 things you wish you could change. Okay, 5 wish sentences that you would like to change. Your job, pause the video and give your sentences. My job, read the sentences I have already prepared. I wish there was no more pollution in the world. It makes the air not good to breathe. And it's not healthy for people and animals. So I wish there was or there were. I told you was is also acceptable. I wish everyone had enough food to eat. It means not everyone has enough food. Some people are hungry, and it would be better if everyone had the food they need. Number 3, I wish there were more trees and green spaces. It would make the world look beautiful, and it's good for the environment. I wish there was no more war. It's scary, frightening, and many people get hurt. Get hurt, passive. To be PP or get PP, passive. Peace would be much better for everyone. Big hopes and big wishes. I wish everyone could go to school. This is my wish. Education is important and it would help people have better lives in the future. Yeah, my top priority in the list of wishes is number 5. Okay, so you could also generate your own wish list. And we're done here. We are done here. So, exercise 10, speaking, and it says again, make wishes. I think we are good with all those wish sentences that we made previously. I think we are good with the wishes, but if you need more wishes, please drop me a comment, okay? Reading. The man with no money. The man with no money. Okay? It says, skim the article, which means quickly take a look at it, quickly find specific words in it, and answer these 2 questions if they are true or false. Boyle, this guy, decided that a life without money was impossible, and Boyle wanted to give people the chance to live a different lifestyle. So, your job, please very quickly try to find the answer to these sentences. I know the answer, but it's better you find it The answer to the first one is no, and the answer to the second one is yes. But because it's not that easy to read through, I have had it typed before. The man with no money. Okay, let's read it and see what it is. Can you imagine your life without any money? Not even a cent, a real, a Brazilian currency, or a peso, Mexico, Cuba. One man decided to try it out. Okay, so living without any money. Mark Boyle was a successful manager of an organic food company in Ireland. He had a good life, but he worried about the damage humans were doing to the environment. He also believed people bought more things than they needed. Boyle wished we grew our own food and made our own furniture, so we wouldn't waste as much as we do today. So one day, he left his job and started an experiment. Could he live for a year without buying anything? Could he live for a year without buying anything? Maybe. He sold his houseboat and moved into an old mobile home. He got it for free from a website where people give things for free, things they don't want. It wasn't as comfortable as, our grammar, his old place at first, but he soon made it feel like home. Okay? He parked it because it was a mobile home, like a camper that you have at the back of your car and you move it. He parked it on a farm near Bristol, England. Instead of paying rent, because if you park it on a farm, you got to pay for it. Instead of paying rent, he worked on the farm. He burned wood from the forest to heat his home, verb. So he didn't pay electricity or gas bills. Okay, heat, a verb. Hot, adjective. Heat, noun and verb. Here it is a verb. And so it looks like it's possible to live without money. Boyle didn't go shopping either. He grew his own fruit and vegetables. He also looked for food in the trash cans of supermarkets and cooked it on a wood stove. He made his own toothpaste from fish bones and seeds. Kind of yuck. To wash his clothes, he used a special type of nut to make soap. It is soap, and that one is soup, what you have. Boyle even built his own toilet and used old newspapers from the farm for toilet paper. Okay? I don't find difficult words in the reading. The ones that I feel are difficult, I talk to you about. He began using money again after 18 months, 1.5 years. He says his life changed. His life change made him feel healthier, happier, and closer to nature. He wrote 2 books about his experience and used the money to start the Free House. What is it? A farm in Ireland where people can live without money. Okay, so finished. So this was our reading. I didn't find that many difficult words in it. And here, basically, your job is to give a summary of this reading. And we see that if you can put all the things you read here in one maybe paragraph. As an example, I have prepared something for you. This is the summary. I want to teach you how to make the summary of a reading. Just talking about the important parts, not every detail. Mark Boyle, once a successful organic food manager in Ireland, started a year-long experiment to live without spending any money. Selling his houseboat, he moved into a donated mobile home on a farm near Bristol. Boyle worked on the farm instead of paying rent and used wood from the forest for heating. He grew his own food, scavenged from supermarket trash, and even made toothpaste from fish bones. So what is scavenge? Scavenge is the time that, for example, the lion makes a hunt, eats, and what is left, scavengers like vultures or other animals come. So it means to use the leftover of something. He scavenged from the supermarket trash and even made toothpaste from fish bones. Boyle lived without money for 18 months, feeling healthier and closer to nature. He started again, restart. He resumed using money, but used his experience to start the Free House. What is the Free House? A farm in Ireland promoting a money-free lifestyle. Okay, so this was the summary, and I hope that you have enjoyed it and learned how to make summary out of a reading. And there is some exercises here which do not seem to be very difficult, and you can do that on your own. And luckily, my friends, the unit finished. So our job next session will be unit 4. But what did we talk about today? On the book, if I want to show you, we talked about making changes, houses and apartments, about the positive and negative adjectives. Here we talked and we made some sentences. In the word file, I will talk to you about them. And here, a preview to our grammar focus, which was about evaluations and comparisons using adjectives, using nouns. Okay, we said that here we have adjective enough, here we have enough noun. Too plus adjective, too much plus nouns. And as adjective as for comparison with adjectives, as many nouns as for nouns, as much non-count noun again for non-count nouns. Okay, comparisons. Here we made ample sentences for you. Unpronounced vowels, a very funny experience for most of us. Capsule hotels, which we talked about with the claustrophobic feeling for some people. The email, comparing your home with the previous one that we talked about. Make a wish. Here we made some wishes and made sentences, developing our ideas about wish. The conversation which kind of showed us how wish works. It set the stage for grammar focus, talking about wish sentences. We talked about wish in present with can, with to be, and with future verb tenses. And here are some other examples. And as easy as that, the reading of the unit. And if we go back to our Word file, the Word file version here, yes. It was Unit 3 of Blue Interchange. In Word Power, we talked about the positive and negative features of a place that we are living in with beautiful words. In perspective, we again made extra sentences. Here, the grammar evaluations and comparisons. Adjective enough, enough noun. Too adjective, too much noun. Comparisons as adjective as many nouns, count nouns as much non-count noun as. Here other examples with the grammar points. Here, pronunciation of words with unpronounced vowels. The listening part, we talked about that. I don't feel like, for example. I'm not in the mood for that. The buy that we talked about. Miss a train, miss a bus. Get used to develop that habit. Why would a capsule hotel be popular? We talked about it. For example, offer affordable accommodation, budget travelers, cozy experience. The writing that we had here about these two friends. Snapshot about the wish sentences. We talked a lot. The conversation again the same. Wish sentences for present, 1/10 back. For can, again the same story. For be, again the same story using where. Grammar suggests where. And future, will, would. Okay. And here again the extra examples for you in the reading. Okay. So, thank you my friends for watching this video clip, and I hope that you have enjoyed it. I hope that it practically comes into your speaking. Be sure, if you put time, if you give it ample repetition and practice, surely it will become your speaking. But that's not just by watching the video. Please pause, please repeat, and please put your time and attention for it. And in case you still haven't subscribed, please kindly subscribe to the channel. Thank you very much. I hope you have a brilliant day ahead of yourself. I will upload other movies for you, video clips. Please hit the notification bell. Okay? Take care.